Good evening, everybody. Welcome to week 4 of the LCUS, back from our holiday break. Hope you guys all had a great time. I know I certainly did the last couple of weeks watching all of the special Wednesday events that we had here. Once again, of course, I am Kenos, and I am joined for our first couple games here by Nickelbacher. How you doing, Nickel?
I'm doing fine, Kenos. How about yourself?
Doing just great. So we have, as you can see on the matchup list here, we have Hardcore Campers versus Take the Lantern as our first set of games today. If we check out the standings, we see they're actually in a bit of a battle here for third, possibly even second place, depending how these games go.
Yeah,
So
this is going to be an interesting matchup right out of the gate. It's really going to be these teams at each other's throats to try to get on top. We'll
yeah,
have to see what happens.
yeah, definitely. Especially at this stage in the first set here of the LCUS, they're really got to make sure to get to it and get through that. I mean, obviously Northern Storm in a very commanding position there, having won all of their games, but they will be going up against Triple Strike later on, who of course is battling in second place. So
Yep.
a lot of interesting matchups, a lot of potential place switching going on here. Um, so it'll be great to see if they're able to take that out. But going back to Lantern versus Campers for this first game, what are your thoughts about the matchup?
I think it's going to be an interesting matchup. We have hardcore campers with very aggressive play. I mean, spank me firmly. We know how good of an ADC he is. It's going to be hard to get against that. I'm interested to see what he's going to pull out this week. I mean, we've had, pardon me, we've been on a break for quite a while now. It's going to be interesting to see for both teams what they're going to pull out, and hopefully it's going to be some new play. And
Yeah,
we're getting right into it
yeah, it
right
looks
now.
like they're not letting us talk too much about it. We're just jumping right into it, so let's get going here.
Impure fools.
Vayne banned, right?
Yeah,
Well, it looks like Spank Me's not going to have his single solo career with a Vayne for this matchup.
yeah, it's interesting, especially seeing the Vayne Agar. It's a little bit different flavor of bans than we see early on in our last couple of games for sure. There's not really a focus or concern about supports right out the bat. Jungles, they're just trying to lock down mid, at least at the moment it seems.
hmm For sure. And these teams do know how each other play. We've seen them play their champs. They know what they want to go for. So we're going to see a lot of target bans, and it seems like exactly as you said, they just want that mid lane locked down.
We'll see if their bans follow suit there. Now blocking out the jungle there. Of course, Kayn has been a very popular powerhouse pick in the LCUS so far.
For sure. We have not seen that much of Kayn in the LCOs, but when we do, he's a freaking powerhouse. So it's a safe ban to take.
Yeah, same with Sona. Sona, of course, being banned or picked very frequently with a lot of those really clutch ultimates. But same can be said for Sejuani, so really reasonable bans out of both teams.
For sure. And Karma got her way through the banning phase. We haven't seen too much of her.
Yeah, of course, good thing about Karma, a little bit of that flexibility. Could be mid, could be support.
For sure. I would say that with Exhaust it might be a support, but then again, what the hell do I know? These guys switch up on me all the freaking time.
Yeah, for sure. And it'll be interesting to see what Gotta Get Lucky ends up getting for his top lane. Because obviously we know he's got a couple of things up his sleeve. Used Kennen in the past. Everyone always talks about his Malzahar being a weirdo that's been banned out a couple of times, so people don't necessarily want to see that. So we'll see if that manages to get through. Though Malphite pickup could imply that he's going to be going that top lane.
For sure. And interestingly enough, we don't see a Kennen ban right away. Usually with these teams, they've been going for that Kennen right away, but looks like they have something else in mind. And Urgot, we haven't seen him at all in the LCUS at all.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Xayah, of course, also being a really impactful pick. So Karma and Xayah both getting through the ban phase and being picked up make this a very interesting match. And of course, as you said, Urgot hasn't really been showing up much. So we'll see if they manage to, get some of these off-flavor picks, get some surprise on them in Game 1 tonight.
And they're surprising me today, Kenos. It's a Tarek pick. I just don't know.
I believe we did have Tarek, like, I don't know, 5 weeks ago, picked once, and he did really well. I could be mistaken, could be mixing it up. But
I think he did do well too. He's not a terrible champ, but it's just so rare to see him in a play for a championship for a tournament like this.
yeah, especially because we have now Tarek and Lulu both picked. So what do you think the roles are going to be for that? You think Lulu mid maybe, or?
I assume Lulu mid. I have heard some, I don't want to say meta, but some strange solo queue games of Tarek being top or something. I don't understand it, but I don't think that they're doing this. I think you were right with the Lulu in mid and Tarek being the support, but
Yeah, definitely we'll have to see about that. It's possible that that's what Campers is thinking as well, because they did ban out in ADC instead of focusing more on that mid lane. It's possible they're happy with the mid lane bans they have already, but we'll have to see where they go with that.
for sure. And it's going to be Warwick ban.
Interesting.
Somebody must have picked up Warwick throughout the couple weeks we were gone.
Yeah. Well,
And Rocket Zapdos picking Tristana. That's a little bit too planned, I think, on their part. But
Yeah.
anyways, I apologize.
Oh
Go
no,
on,
it's fine. I was just gonna say, there's of course, with these players, knowing each other to a certain degree, or knowing of their play styles, or knowing people who know each other, there's going to be a lot of like reporting of, oh, this guy's playing a lot of Warwick now, and leads to bans like that, regardless maybe necessarily of how good the Warwick actually is. But of course, who's to say? Tristana pick, lot of displacement coming out of Lantern for this game. Got the knock-up from Malphite, got Lulu's ultimate, Tristana's pushback. So, and
now we have Maokai.
And possibly Lux. So a little bit of off flavor. I mean, of course, Maokai, very successful champ, and Lux has been doing very well, mostly off of Triple Strike.
I mean, Lux is a pretty decent champ all around anyways. Easy kid to understand, and plus, is that a... Oh, duh, Urgot. I was going to say she was going mid lane, but no, that's a support Lux. Pardon me, everybody. But, yeah, that's a safe pick, especially if they're good with shields. Hopefully, NFL cause mid. Oh, they might be in trouble.
This is interesting. Yeah, that you can tell, guys, from our little bits of pause here. Nickel and I are both a little taken aback by these lineups.
For sure. I mean, I said it before. I'll say it again. Like these guys had a couple weeks of just going back and saying like, oh, what champ haven't I played in months or weeks? And now we have a Tarek, a Lulu, Maokai, and Urgot. Well, Urgot was banned throughout the first couple of weeks, but now we have all just like a very interesting choice of champions for each team. And
yeah, definitely. I mean, just looking at this right now, it looks as though we're going to have Urgot versus Malphite top, a Tarek jungle. I believe that's what I'm seeing correctly. I know it's off center a little bit thanks to a user interface glitch, but it appears as though the Tarek does have smite. So that'll be interesting to see.
Tarek jungle?
That's what it looks like. I don't see anyone else with smite.
I am gonna have to talk with Menards after this one, because what the frick? I have never seen that. Oh well. You probably saw somebody in solo queue do it, and I guess it works.
Anyway, moving on down the line here. It looks like the mid lane will be Vel'Koz, and I'm guessing Lux, just because she has barrier.
Yeah,
so
that's
laser
a safe
beam
assumption.
battle in the mid lane there, and then Lulu Tristana versus Karma and Xayah. So I'm gonna let you do your input first, and then I'll chime in. So what do you think about these teams there, Nickel?
Are we sure we're not playing gym class feeders on a Wednesday? Because that's what it seems like right now. For Lord's sake. Anyways, from what I see, I mean, I do like the comp for hardcore campers a little bit better. That might just be because of the Tark jungle.
Because you're more familiar with it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It just seemed more familiar to me. But then again, if Team Take the Lantern has a plan up their sleeve, which I hope they do, I'm thinking they do, it's going to be interesting to see because we have 2 tanks on their team. They're I can't even freaking analyze this.
Right,
It's
for
just
sure.
Weird.
Well, I think it's interesting the amount of survivability on both their ADCs. Tristana, of course, can bounce around like a ping pong ball depending how fed she gets, and Xayah has been known for a lot of clutch dodges with her ultimate. I think that will especially come in with the way Malphite's ultimate works. Depending how well the Xayah can react to the Malphite ult, that could prevent her from being shut down in those sorts of team ultimates that Malphites do so love to do.
For sure. I think I agree with you there. The skill on the Xayah is going to be important for this matchup because especially taking out, we got Tristana and Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz laser beams are going to be very dangerous for team hardcore campers. I mean,
but his laser does also make him a big target for Lux as well because he's going to be very stationary. So it'll be really easy for her to land her snares and her own giant laser beam ultimate. So yeah, this
might be the battle of the lasers, like you said.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how this goes, and we are going into match number 1 right now. So let's see where this takes us.
I have to say, I'm excited. A little bit taken aback, but I'm excited to see what's going to happen with this matchup, especially. Oh man.
Yeah, that seems that seems to be the response of the chat as well. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, "What is this game?" Dying to see how this works out.
At least I'm not alone. I was thinking, like, okay, am I just? I don't know, Kenos. I just don't know anymore.
Yeah.
Are we even playing League right now? Did we just go into Dota?
Nah, I'd let you know if we went into Dota. Don't you worry.
Okay.
All right, and
Just
for
keep
our
me sane,
brief bit of skin analysis there, I do believe that they
screwed me up, Kenos, man. I couldn't even see the skins.
I do believe that Lantern is a little bit better off there with the skins, in my unbiased opinion, because they've got the Vel'Koz skin that I love so much, plus Mecha Malphite.
Well, that's just bias right there.
It is, yes, but isn't that what skin analysis is all about?
No, man, this is a serious point in the game analysis to understand who has the edge with their skins. But no, I'm going to have to agree with you. I talked major crap, but I agree. The Vel'Koz and the Malphite, I like those skins as well, so they probably win.
We did have, I did hide the, I did kind of hover in the jungle there for a minute because that's where Campers was pinging, but it appears as though they have settled down a little bit here.
It's kind of funny to see how they're set up against each other, because, I mean, we have Malphite in top trying to make sure that there's no invasions, and there are no invasions going on either team. They're just waiting, trying to understand what the other team is going to be doing. But
well, I mean, Maokai as a jungler is not that huge of an upset to my understanding.
For sure. But that's like we said, it's going to be an interesting matchup in the jungle. I mean, I've seen more Maokai than Tarek, but looks like we are getting a comment from the chat to switch the champs around. I mean, I don't even think they're gonna.
It doesn't actually matter, guys. Come on, look at this game. If I switch the champs around and someone just walks into this game, they're not gonna know this is correct.
Yes. Will it help, guys? Will it? Do we know? Oh man, I don't even know.
But yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how this strategy plays out for both teams. How Tarek handles the jungle and how the other team reacts to it.
For sure. I mean, he's going to be a major help because he will be able to. His gank potential might be pretty good. This is me just taking a shot in the dark here.
Sure.
But if he can help out whoever's in the lane, like mid lane, the Vel'Koz, or top lane, the Malphite, I mean, hopefully, if he knows his stuff, he'll be able to help them out and confirm a kill, depending on who he helps out, even bot lane. But I kind of want to see what he does first.
Yeah, I think just
analyze
waiting
it
and
further.
seeing is what everyone's doing here. Top lane, the Urgot's getting bullied a little bit. Malphite taking advantage of being able to go in when Urgot's damage potential is a little bit lower. Though Urgot's now trying to take a little bit of a chunk out of the Malphite as well. Malphite already out of mana.
Just thank you, Prowler, for pointing this out. Taking a look at the chat, there's a relic shield on the Xayah?
Huh.
What? I did.
She's probably trying to,
Guys.
help out her buddy. You know, who says that only supports can be team players?
Yes. Yeah, you guys are giving me a headache. This is the first day back, guys. Come on. I
They're
won't
making
question it. I mean, I'll just watch. They have a plan. Hopefully, I'm thinking they have a plan.
They're making sure we're awake. I mean, that's the important thing. You don't want to be sluggish and complacent. Hopefully this Lux isn't either as Tarek comes in. But good bind there. Catches him.
Yeah, she was able to see that coming. Well, maybe not a mile away, but able to react to that in a good way.
As quickly as you can react with the initial shock of seeing a Tarek jungle coming at you.
Yeah.
A lot of trouble there for the Xayah there. Oh, Justana wants it.
Oh, flash burned.
Yeah, a couple of flashes being burned there.
Oop, Vel'Koz might be in trouble in the mid lane, but nope, able to get away from that. Snare is dangerous.
Alright, Tarek coming
And here
out.
comes Tarek.
That low man on the Malphite's really hurting him.
They probably could have gotten more damage out of that, but unfortunately Malphite just wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Urgot's durability, they probably wouldn't have been able to... Ooh, flash burn from the Vel'Koz to dodge a last-second snare there. So Vel'Koz having a little bit of trouble against the Lux, down 10 CS and a flash. Also about 10 CS advantage for the Malphite.
For sure. We got a little bit of a gank potential in the bot lane. We got Cheney just sitting in the bush waiting for them to push up a little bit.
Just waiting. Just waiting. One of these days.
Waiting. Patience is a virtue in this game, and he has it. Boy.
Well, those trees are always good at just standing there.
For sure. A little ping to make sure that he's awake, I guess. Oh,
There we go. Alright,
Got
get
the root.
just on a
Push
maybe
back.
not the best one to initially target, but a lot of slows going down. They should get the Lulu here because there's no flash. There we go.
First blood goes to Xayah.
And the Karma very graciously did no attacks there so that the Xayah could clean that up.
Just a little bit of resets for everybody. Urgot is being pushed back by the Malphite, but still, Malphite has no mana. Urgot could probably do some serious damage to him if he wanted to.
Yeah, the question just is how would Urgot come out of that trade? Well, Urgot's going to find out.
He read my mind.
Alright,
Not
Malphite.
too worse for wear, kind of equal.
Yeah, Malphite does hit 6 with that as well, though of course, since, as we said before, he doesn't really have any mana. It looks like he's farming up his last couple hits. Obviously the damage potential is really low up there right now. Tarek's really going in here though, gonna get the stun off on the Lux. Lux going back the other way. Laser beam probably won't kill her. Flash burn, good save there by the Maokai. Oh, but Lulu comes in the other way. Lux is probably going down, but does get that laser out. Tries to aggro the dragon. I can't. The screen is too big. All right, Lux does go down.
Unable to aggro the dragon as you planned.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tristana might go down too. Oh, the Xayah fell back at the wrong time. And the Tristana manages to get away. So, really good overall long team fight there.
You got that right. Fortunately for the Lux had no luck in that team fight.
Indeed. And Malphite still hasn't gone back. We look at the gold. He's currently sitting on almost 1,700 gold.
I mean, he is a tank. He's doing what tanks do best and just stay in lane and have half health. Can't bottle him for that. Getting the XP, trying to get a gold here and there.
Yeah, I mean, definitely taking advantage of, like I was mentioning before that fight started, the fact that Urgot doesn't have the best damage potential early on.
I did get we do have a port swimmer, a little bit of information on why Zaya went Relic Shield first. So didn't get Relic for the gold, got it for the massive shield it gives with Fleet Footwork and Overheal. And Arcane Soda confirms that. Okay, that actually makes sense. Okay. Thank you guys, my brain is just a little bit better after that explanation.
Yeah, Malphite finally forced back after Urgot got another big play off on him. So now Malphite will be back to full mana, and we'll see how that works out for him. Vel'Koz unfortunately wasn't really able to capitalize on Lux's death though, so he's still behind in CS by 15 now.
With that being the first kill of the game, able to get not too long of a... Oh, Urgot's getting in trouble in the top lane.
Finally found out what happens when Malphite has mana. I'm expecting Malphite to dive here. Yep.
There we go. Gotta get lucky, gets the kill on the Urgot.
Yeah.
And we have Menard's been in trouble a little bit. Nice.
He does call... Yeah, Taric does call in his ult, so that is that invincibility there. Gonna have another mid lane battle here. Lasers going off.
Cross of the streams.
Yeah, Tristan's in a lot of trouble. But does manage to get away once again, it looks like, unless some crazy play happens here.
Yeah, it looks like that each team is just going to back off. 2 wards from the red team. Excuse me, take the lantern.
It would have been really interesting to see what would have happened if Malphite hadn't had his teleport blown, and could have been able to maybe get into that fight. But still manages to get some work done, and of course Malphite has his 1 kill and can push the lane. Urgot interestingly saving his teleport. Decides to walk up, so we'll see if that comes into play later.
As of right now, CS difference isn't terrible. It is around like 25, but... Or 15, sorry. Math is... Math, who invented that? But yeah, not terrible, especially with Malphite having it back, so Urgot should be able to catch up pretty easily.
Yeah, Maokai's rotation is spotted, but no one's gonna really freak out about that too much at the moment. Taric also rotating in a similar fashion.
Urgot might want to be careful with being all the way up like that.
Yeah, looks like yeah, it looks like Taric is going to get spotted. Hopefully Urgot notices it, and he does. Or someone did, and told him to run. However, it worked out.
It worked out somehow, some way, shape, or form in this weird, strange game.
Oh, big attempted gank coming in here, but Maokai's ult unfortunately misses. Maokai does decide to go in anyway, and just bounces away.
Just a little bit of poke, trying to show that the aggression, but that not really able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, it is unfortunate for campers that Maokai ended up blowing his ult there. But
for sure,
you know, what could happen in 90 seconds that could need a Maokai ult, right?
Yep, exactly. Looks like that they were just kind of trying to shove them up the lane a little bit so that they could go for a safe dragon. A little bit risky since they're still right there, but they're going to be able to take it just fine.
Yeah, not a lot of wards coming out of them here, so they're not going to be able to notice that. And Taric finally is going to win his slap fight with the Herald.
Slow and steady wins the race, man. I mean, if no one's gonna contend it, and if he can survive one-on-one-ing that thing, I mean, that's pretty decent. Albeit the time is probably an issue, but you know.
Yeah, but what is time anyway? Urgot's still in a bit of a rough spot. Definitely trying to respect that Malphite as much as possible.
For sure. Don't want to feed him too much.
And once
he does
again,
try to be aggressive on it. I mean, he's able to get out easily, but that poke is going to be dangerous on him.
Yeah, and they're doing there's a lot more poking also going on bot lane. Campers is really trying to utilize the range of Zion Karma to try to push Tristana out of lane.
Do we have a TP? Oh wait, no, we have a back going on. Never mind.
Yeah, looks like Maokai's going in. Urgot maybe started the fight a little early, but they're getting a lot of damage. And once again, Malphite is out of mana. Has to burn the flash to get out of there.
And that Maokai ult still doesn't connect.
Yeah, another missed Malphite ult, or more Maokai ult. We'll see if that ends up being a bit of a trend in this fight.
I would hope not. Oh, nice heal.
Yeah,
That was dang low though.
almost going down. Once again, the range on these characters is really now starting to show themselves when they get them backed against turrets like that. Exactly.
And Xayah is a force to be reckoned with, especially those feathers can be deadly, as they should be.
Yeah, especially with a 30 CS gold lead.
For sure. Wait, it is interesting with that Malphite being as aggressive as he is. We did get some information that he is... Gotta Get Lucky himself has played a lot of Malphite, and he does tend to go for big plays with how aggressive he is, but it does tend to bite him so far in the LCUS, but we'll see if that's a factor in this game. He's been doing well so far.
Yeah, well, we'll see if anyone's getting picked off here. Tarek is leading the entire team on a merry little chase here. Team coming to try to help him out. Malphite has come down, which means Urgot's alone top. Urgot does have his teleport, though.
A missed ult from Gotta Get Lucky.
Yeah. A lot of missed ults today so far.
That'll be the story for this game. Hopefully not game 2, though. And we're gonna see the Rift Herald coming in mid lane. Probably gonna have a tower for tower, depending on how the Rift Herald reacts.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Not reacting well.
Yeah, that turret is at very high health still, though, as well. Obviously, only 2 champions at the moment by the mid turret, but Xayah and Karma are heading up as well.
We do have 3 it's going to be a 4v3. They might be in a little bit of trouble. And Xayah's just putting on damage on Menards, trying to get him down.
Here the Maokai ult's going to hit somebody. Maokai ult hits 2 people, but ironically they go for the Tarek instead.
He finally sets up the play, but it's not the...
Just no one cares. Alright, Urgot picks up Camper's second turret. Malphite going in on Urgot. But they just kind of smack each other a little bit and part ways.
That's probably a good play here. I mean, Urgot doesn't know exactly who's going to be coming up from base, and we did have Tarek right there.
And you know, considering some of the treatment that Urgot's been getting, plus he has almost no mana, doesn't necessarily want to risk it. Much safer just to head home.
Wow. This blue team's been doing pretty well with vision so far, looking at the map. I mean, that he did seem... Urgot would have known that he was safe with that ward right below the top tower there. But it probably just better safe than sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Campers is definitely doing a lot more aggressive vision than Lantern is. Lantern has some good ward coverage within their own territory, but not much over on the blue side. In fact, not any over the blue side except that one over by Urgot.
I mean, if a ward doesn't pick up anybody, what's it worth? You know?
75 gold, I think.
You're probably accurate there. Alright.
Alright, but
So,
yeah, we're definitely going to have to see how the game starts moving into its next phase here. Probably going to be looking for a fight with one player making a really big play, most likely that Malphite ult either going off or missing.
It's going to be interesting. We haven't gotten too many team fights, more as just a little bit of poke and peel. It's going to be interesting to see late game how these team fights react.
Yeah, I haven't had a big 5 versus 5 yet. And as we've seen in the past, it's always a question of when the top lane finally gets into it.
Yep.
Good flash there by the Lulu. Tarek coming in just to make sure nothing bad happens. Looks like it might be another 4v4 here. We'll see how committed they are to it.
Malphite might be trying to rotate down a little bit, it looks like, or doesn't know what he's doing.
Alright, second dragon is being engaged on now, another Cloud Drake.
It looks like that blue team is going to safely be able to take it away. We do have Yellow Swag able to just do some damage on everybody to make sure that nobody comes in. Nards might be in trouble, although that ult is just going to make him just totally fine. The Root finally.
Yeah, another big Root.
Oh,
Good Vel'Koz ult coming in there. But now we see the power of Xayah. Jeez. Those feathers just melt everyone's health. Doesn't get any kills yet though. Good slows from the Vel'Koz. That's, you know, one of the good strengths about Vel'Koz. A lot of good crowd control there and just all of his abilities.
Correct. Yeah, unfortunately no kills for Team Hardcore Campers. That was a pretty good ult from the Xayah, but just they were just able to peel away perfectly.
Yeah, Xayah isn't quite at deletion mode just yet.
No. But Malphite is having some trouble.
Oh, he's gonna go!
As I say that, just was just ready to take him out. Nards might go down from the Xayah.
Tarek's in trouble too. Alright, so though they didn't get any kills down there in the bot, they get 2 quick kills right after, and the dragon. So, last couple of minutes have definitely been good there for campers.
Sure. Good on Hardcore Campers, able to stay in the game. Alright. Have a little bit of a reset going on, just making a little bit of vision clear, vision placement. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, about a 5k gold lead. Let's see if any one player's got more gold there. Looks like it's mostly focused on the Xayah, sitting there with a 7,600. Though Urgot, of course, he's got that big kill just now that put him over the top, plus the help with the turret. Had a lot of farming time up there, top lane while everyone else has been jumping around.
Correct. And we did say that Urgot was a little bit behind, but not no more. Might be behind on CS, but I think he's doing pretty good for himself right now.
Yeah, I think he's definitely established his presence, taunting Malphite quite often as well.
Yep, it's gonna be interesting in the next game. I assume that's probably gonna be one of the bans.
Well, we'll have to see. I mean, no champion has really exerted itself yet as a big profile target. Of course, the Xayah is big and scary. Really good Malphite ult though there.
Vel'Koz able to get the kill on the Lux, and Malphite able to get the kill on the Xayah. Now that they lost that tag team, they're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Maokai just try to defend turret as much as he can. Unable to do so.
Yeah, I mean, losing both Lux and Xayah, that's pretty much their entire damage potential right there. So they can't do much right now, especially since Urgot still seems happy to be up top because his teleport is down as well.
I mean, if we had a good Maokai ult right now, yeah, he's not going to do it.
Yeah, it's probably not worth it just because of the lack of damage presence.
Yep. And the red team safely gets 2 turrets, and now they're just going to go back and take Camper's jungle and then just go home.
Yeah, but Urgot is, of course, still doing some work. Managed to get 1 turret out of that, so not necessarily a huge loss, though 2,000 gold of the differential was swept away there.
Looks like that Hardcore Campers is going to respond in some kindness and try to take out the same turrets. They are pretty open, so it looks like they might be able to do it. We do have the red team. We do have the Take the Lantern coming in.
Yeah, I mean, the minion wave's pretty small. Big stun there from the Tarek as well. Nice laser from the Lux. Huge laser from the Vel'Koz. Jeez. And Malphite wants more. Two very flowy characters.
Don't get greedy, Malphite. You might be a tank, but you're not unkillable.
Yeah, it looks like rather than pushing more, they're just going to try to get Baron. Should be able to do it relatively uncontested unless that Lux can get a cheeky laser in, but Lux only has about 25 seconds still, and they'll probably take it down by then.
Although, no, we're not going to get it in time. might be the play of the night. Nope. Unfortunately not.
Alright, so the gold lead has almost disappeared. Definitely, at least the momentum is with Take the Lantern at this point. If not the statistical numbers for it. Zaya's just been really taken out of the last couple of fights pretty quickly, which has really harmed Camper's potential to deal damage.
That seems to be the plan here, and it's a good plan at that. I mean, Speaking Firmly is one of the best ADCs in the league, and taking him out of the team fights, then he can't do anything to help his team out. And that, like you said, really hurting them whenever they're gone, especially taking out the Xayah and the Lux a couple minutes prior. That's just terrible for hardcore campers.
And we've definitely seen the power of Lantern's stackable ultimates as well. In that last fight, you get the Malphite and the Vel'Koz just absolutely melting everyone.
Sure. And Tark putting in his ult so that nobody can die there. It gotta be said, he has been doing pretty well as a jungler for
For Taric.
For Taric, yes.
Compared to the other Taric jungles you've seen, you'd rate Menard's
I'm sorry,
doing pretty
I've
well.
seen. Oh man.
Alright, so the Lux Laser could steal this dragon and give them 3 Cloud Drakes. Doesn't look like she's gonna try it though.
Unfortunately not.
Alright, so nothing but Cloud Drakes so far. One Ocean is the next Drake to come up, but that obviously is going to be a while.
Right, so what are you doing here?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're really taking advantage of the Baron buff too much yet. But we'll have to see what happens. Malphite really wants that Lux.
And it looks like that Hardcore Campers is trying to push that middle lane, trying to get that tower. Unfortunately, unable to do so. And
wow.
delete.
That damage. Well, we're hitting at the 3-hit kills now on poor Tilted Snorlax for discovering that firsthand.
That's what happens when a Lulu goes too far. Especially with the laser beam right in her frickin' face. Oh man, feels bad, man.
Yeah.
Alright.
But it's nice to see that Campers does have that damage potential. You know, last couple of fights haven't gone that well for him. But now to know that they can do those turnarounds and just, as you said, delete button anyone squishy enough to run into him. That's got to make them feel pretty happy.
Yep, they just need to be alive in the team fights for that to happen.
Indeed. Looks like Urgot has finally left top lane. Someone,
he's like that top lane so far.
Alert that media.
Alert that media. Although Malphite's taking a heavy advantage of that. Maybe not.
Yeah, like I said, the Baron buff hasn't really been utilized, and it's almost worn out now. So, I mean, it got them 1 turret and a dragon.
I mean, still good on them to take the Baron buff. I mean, that takes away from hardcore campers, right?
Of course, yeah.
And they've utilized it to a T, but not probably to a point that probably could have gotten them a lot further in the game. They've been playing safely for the entire match, and it's been working for them so far. Because they're looking for those picks on that Xayah and that Lux so that that damage is just gone. And then they try to go in for the kill, but unfortunately, Hardcore Campers has been able to peel pretty well so far.
Urgot just managing to sneak out of there despite Vel'Koz's best efforts.
I don't know how a big spider-like fat guy could sneak, but, you know.
Same way he snuck into this game.
We also have a Taric jungle, but...
Alright, we'll have to see. Urgot getting a little excited there. Probably trying to look for a pick. Doesn't get one, though. Oh, Malphite's trying to come around. Those Cloud Drakes really working his advantage there, giving that a little extra speed boost.
Might we see the Malphite ult get all 5 of them? Probably not. Looks like that they're trying to gain a little bit of segregated so that that doesn't happen.
Yeah, little split up there. Looks like yeah, most of Lantern's up in their jungle right now, so not really pushing too much, but it looks like we are going to get a big fight here in a second. Big flash ult. Xayah avoids it. Vel'Koz tries to ult, doesn't manage to get too much done there. Looks like the Xayah's going to get away. Urgot tries to deal damage, but gets picked off as well. Malphite's probably going to go down here. Oh, but maybe not. Lulu ult comes in and saves them. They do manage to get, but at what cost? 3 dead. Lux finally coming back. It was a 4v5 there that whole time. So we'll see if Lux can make up for her absence.
Big damage, not able to get anybody with that ult.
Yeah, managed to hit Lulu, but of course Lulu can be at 1 hit point and still does her job.
Yeah. This is going to be dangerous for Team Hardcore Campers. They need to pull something out of their butts for this one. Oh, man.
Alright, so after
Just
that...
stomping down the mid lane.
Yeah, after that exchange, we've got definitely a change of pace with that mid inhibitor taken down.
Mm.
Would have been interesting to see if they could have done that with the Baron buff as well, but that's gone now.
For sure. Well, apparently they didn't need that Baron buff to do that.
Apparently.
Jeez. I was going to say that Hardcore Campers, I was liking Hardcore Campers in the game favoring them to win, but after that display, it's a little bit tough to see how they're going to pull themselves out of that. I mean, they still do. I still think they have a little bit more control over the map with objectives and everything, but it seems like that they're hurting right now.
I mean, Malphite, if you just look at Malphite right now, he has 574 armor.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
that's not great.
Compared to, you know, the tanks on the tanks that campers have, where they have, you know, 153 armor and 140 armor. So Malphite is literally just a wall that you can throw things at, and he still won't care, as we did see in that last fight where he was the target of 3 different characters, and now he's probably going to get Lux too.
Though he might have the health and the armor, he still can get taken down pretty much by Lux or Xayah.
Yeah, the damage is definitely there. It's just that, of course, if a Malphite's there, generally you would like to think that the rest of his team isn't far behind. So you've got to look out for the Malphite breathing down your neck, and the rest of his team following up.
It's like that we're just going to have them stomping down the mid lane still.
Yeah, or at least it might turn into another just 4-man situation here, because Lux and Vel'Koz are once again not with the rest of their team. Of course, Karma's rotating out as well, but that's just to clear. Okay, so Dragon is up, Baron is up, Urgot's in a lot of trouble. Does get a little dash out.
Liz Macus, I bet you can. Just don't question it, Kinos, don't question it.
Okay. I won't question anything. I'll just continue trying to say things as they are. Alright, so Ocean Drake, that definitely would help. I think it would probably help campers a little bit more. At least, you know, get a little bit more presence into the game. But that's all the more reason why Lantern wants to take this. But now they're doing a counter to try to get Baron. And it looks as though Lantern doesn't want them to get the Baron, don't want to let them get back into the game, so they're going to try a counterplay here. Good Maokai roots to stall that out. Give them a chance to get away.
Good on them to realize the threat was there and able to peel away from that.
Yeah. Especially with the Xayah so low. They don't want to take risks with their ADC at half health against a Vel'Koz.
Sure.
Or a Tristana, for that matter.
Although they're hurting now, I could see that Take the Lantern might just take the Baron right out of their noses, but Hardcore Campers is staying back to try to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I was a little surprised.
Just take top lane.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't try to do that, but of course this top turret's been sitting there pretty low. Might as well get another turret while you're up here.
Now they're starting to take control over the game. It's going to be tougher for Hardcore Campers to get back in it if they just let them walk down lane like that. Especially with that creep wave still going in.
Alright, now here comes the Baron.
Yep. Give them something to worry about and then take over Baron. That's gonna be close. Unless Lux has her ult up? No. Not gonna happen.
Oh, but Maokai tries to go in anyway. Not really working out for him. Good laser there, doesn't get too much done. Yeah, looks like this fight is just pretty much telling the story of the game. Big swing, and there's Tristana's mobility. And almost an ace. Lux once again doesn't really get too involved in the fight, running for her life. Yeah, they just want to win right here. They have the minion wave to do it, I think.
They have the minion wave. They have the buff. They've
got everyone alive.
Lux is gonna have some trouble with this one.
Yeah, looks like this is gonna be it for
Yep.
the first game, unless Lux just somehow fires 3 lasers at once.
I don't think Raito has broken the game that much yet. Tries to get
Oh, the inhibitor! Troll inhib.
Oh!
Troll inhib and everyone else is up. With that, they delete the Vel'Koz. They're still in it.
They're still in it with.
Thank you,
man.
Troll inhib.
Oh man, Take the Lantern is probably beating themselves after that. They had that game. Phew.
Yeah,
Troll inhib indeed.
and Lux did help stall it by making them stop attacking the Nexus for a second.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
man.
good job by campers being able to push back against that at the end there.
Good on the inhibitor to help
Yeah,
out.
yeah. I
his
mean
team.
that's the MVP, guys. Let's all take a moment to appreciate the dead MVP. Gonna zoom in here. Yeah, he has fallen, but he has saved the game for the time being.
Yeah, he'll be back in about what 3 minutes or so.
Yeah,
What's
you know
the timer on
those long
things?
those long respawn timers for heroes. You know, those champions.
Oh my god.
He deserves a bit of a break after saving the game like that.
Although, I do feel that if the Take the Lantern wanted to, they probably have the damage and the tankiness to just roll down mid lane, roll down the hardcore campers. I mean, they've shown it time and time again so far.
Yeah, and they seem to believe you. Moving in there now, of course, with the Baron buff on everyone except Vel'Koz. Maokai does wisely rotate in. This might be one of the first real 5v5s we've had the whole game.
Malphite does has his ult up, so let's see what he makes of it.
Ooh,
Maokai, although
good trap
just
there.
Oh.
What?
Guys, it was just getting good. Not sure why the pause happened there.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any notes about it either. Generally, we get some notifications.
Oh, man.
The chat seems to be agreeing with our assessments.
This is such a troll game, yep. Oh, I'm sorry. That's how you pronounce it, right?
Yes, yeah, I think you got that correct.
Yeah, I fatly did probably Vel'Koz is dead, yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be what's going to happen here. All right, so let's while we're waiting for the game to unpause for whatever reason, just looking at how this team fight's about to go down, we have it's resuming right now.
Oh,
so,
here we go.
So much for analysis.
Boom.
Oh, Vel'Koz survives thanks to Tarek's ultimate. Good job there. Maokai taken down, showing the lack of tankiness there. Malphite runs out. Redemption's coming down there, so does healer it back up. Urgot's really trying its best, but he just doesn't have the damage output to handle all of those champions.
And here's gonna be game.
Yeah, this is probably going to be game then, unless the inhibitor comes back somehow. And there it is. Alright, so after that pause drama, we do get an end to game 1 with the victory going to Take the Lantern.
Good on both teams. It was a interesting game to say the least.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
boy.
just absolute ton of interesting choices, interesting plays. I mean, the simple fact that we didn't really have a actual honest-to-God team fight for the longest time there really made things interesting for sure.
Yep, I think that benefited Team Take the Lantern too. I mean, without those team fights, they were just able to get picks and able to make sure that the damage dealers from hardcore campers were able to stay out of the game. And then slowly but surely, they were able to take control over the map again, and then just steamroll down mid lane. And that seems to be the story of this game. But let's see what happens when with the next game coming up in a little bit.
Yeah.
Any more comments from yourself, Kanos?
No, it looks like we're going to be getting right into the next game, so I'm going to just stop the stream for 1 second and then move into game number 2.